Did you ever notice the lines in your notebook? See here, the lines are shown over here. These lines, even if you go on extending in both the directions endlessly, do you think that they will meet ever? No. So they are called parallel lines. So what is the definition of a parallel lines? That is, two or more lines are said to be parallel if they do not intersect each other even on extending in both the directions. Okay, here you can see the railway lines. These lines, they will never meet each other. These lines are called parallel lines. The crossbars of the windows, they are also the example of parallel lines. Even you can see that opposite edges of the square. See, this is the square and opposite edges, that these two are opposite and these two are opposite. Even if you go on extending these lines on and on in both the direction, they will never meet. So opposite edges of a square are parallel. Okay, opposite edges of a rectangle, they are parallel. These two are parallel, these two are parallel. Okay, parallelogram, opposite edges of the parallelogram. Find opposite edges of a rhombus. You can see this one. Opposite edges of the textbook, opposite edges of the notebook, they are all parallel lines. The lines on the basketball court. Find the railway track, the opposite sides of the door, the steps of the ladder, they are all the examples of the parallel lines. So once again we will repeat, what is a parallel line? If two or more lines in a plane do not meet each other, however far they are extended, then they are called as parallel lines. And parallel lines are the lines on the plane that are always the same distance apart. Now check this figure given here. Here these are the two lines and you can see that they meet each other at one point. So these lines are said to be intersecting lines. So two lines, if they meet each other at some point, then they are said to be intersecting lines, whereas more than two lines, if they meet at the same point, then they are known as concurrent lines. Here you can see more than two, 1, 2 and 3 lines are there which meet each other at one point. So these lines are known as concurrent line, whereas these lines are known as intersecting lines. So what the definition is, intersecting lines means if two lines on a plane meet each other at some points, then they are called to be intersecting lines. Here you can see line PQ and line RS intersect each other at point O. So here we can write it in symbolic language as line PQ intersect line RS at point O. Or otherwise, in complete sentence, you can write it as line PQ and line RS intersect each other at point O. Here you may think that these lines do not meet, so they are parallel lines. No, it's not so. In parallel line definition, we have said that the lines you have to think, then on extending, they should not meet. So here when these two lines are extended, that is line L1, if you go on extending and line L2 you go on extending in this direction, then you can say that at certain point, say this point O, they meet each other. So these two lines are also said to be intersecting lines, and in symbolic language once again we can write it as line L1 intersect line L2 at point O. And concurrent lines, you can see here that line L, M and N meet each other at point O. As you have the intersecting lines, similar way you have the intersecting planes also. Now try to understand this one. This is your maths textbook and all the pages are different surfaces, different planes, right? These are all the different planes. Now all these pages, where do they meet? They meet at this one. Okay, so what is this one? This is also a line. So two or more planes, if they meet each other, then they form a line also. Okay, and they are said to be intersecting planes. So some planes like the adjacent walls of the room, just see the room where you are sitting and check the adjacent walls of the room, they will meet each other, and such type of planes are known as intersecting planes. Can you give me the example where three planes meet at one point? Okay, I will tell you. Again, check the room where you are sitting and check the corner of the room. That is top corner you can see, or the bottom corner floor you can see, where three planes meet each other, that is three flat surfaces, you can see that they meet each other in one point. So point of intersection of three planes, you have a point also, you have a line also, isn't it? Have you ever seen a kid in a play school trying to learn how to write alphabets? A play school kid often draws freehand strange figures in his notebook while learning to write alphabets. This freehand drawings is called doodling. This is called doodling. The figures that often results from doodling resembles the ones shown here. That is, he may draw it something like this. He may draw it something like this, or this way, this way. Anyway, you may see that he may draw. This is all doodling. And the drawings which can be drawn without lifting the pencil from the paper are called curves. In that way, we can say that a straight line is also a curve. Now let's try to understand closed curve and open curve. Now what is a closed curve? The curve which has no endpoints and completely encloses an area is called a closed curve. That is, here if I draw a circle, it is a closed curve. Square or rectangle is a closed curve. A triangle is a closed curve. Even if you draw this figure, then it is a closed curve. This figure also, you can say that it is a closed curve. This hexagon or octagon, they are all closed curve. So a curve which has no end points, that is, here you can see it is a continuous curve which has no breaks. It begins and ends at the same point. So this type of curves are all closed curves. Now what is an open curve? A curve that is not closed or has endpoints is called an open curve. Suppose you draw this figure, it is an open curve. This is an open figure. This is an open figure. This is an open figure. Even this is an open figure. Is it okay? This is an open figure. They are all open curves. Now let's see what is simple curve and non-simple curve. Simple curve does not cross or intersect itself. For example, if you draw a curve like this, it doesn't cross itself. So this is the example of a simple curve. Suppose you have a figure like this, then they don't cross each other, they don't cross itself, so it is a simple curve. Whereas non-simple curve crosses itself. So if I draw the figure like this, then it has crossed itself, so this is non-simple curve. Suppose you have the figure like this, then it has crossed at certain points. So this is also the example of a non-simple curve. You know that there is a boundary in the cricket field. The players play inside the boundary and the spectators are outside the boundary. Hitting the ball over the boundary fetches 6 runs to the batsman, right? Similarly, a closed curve also has the boundary, and due to this boundary, a curve has 3 parts: interior, that is the inside of the curve; exterior, that is outside the curve; and its boundary. Here you can see the figure given. Here points A and B are inside the curve, that is they are interior points, whereas you can see points C, D and E, they are the points on the boundary. So they are the boundary points, whereas you can see that F and G, they are in the exterior of the curve. So F and G, they are the exterior points. A and B, they are the interior points, and C, D and E, they are the boundary points.